It colors our curries, fills our supplement aisles, and was prescribed as medicine thousands of years ago. But is turmeric's golden hype really backed by solid science, especially for those of us navigating health after 40? Let's dive in and find out. For over 3,000 years, turmeric, known as Jiang Huang, has been a cornerstone of Ayurvedic medicine in India. Ancient practitioners weren't just guessing, they observed its effects on the human body over generations. They saw it as a powerful tool for everything from soothing joint discomfort to aiding digestion. Fast forward to today, and you see this ancient root not just in spice jars, but packed into capsules, powders, and even lattes. The question is, how did this ancient remedy become a modern health superstar? Did science finally catch up to what ancient wisdom already knew? The secret to turmeric's power lies within a special compound called curcumin. This is the main active ingredient that gives turmeric its vibrant yellow-orange color. But more importantly, it's what scientists are most excited about. Curcumin is a powerhouse. Primarily known for two key properties, it's a potent anti-inflammatory and a strong antioxidant. Now, these terms get thrown around a lot, so let's break down what they actually mean for your body, particularly as you age. Let's talk about inflammation. We often think of inflammation as something obvious, like a swollen ankle or a red puffy insect bite. That's acute inflammation, and it's your body's healthy, normal response to injury. It sends healing cells to the site of the problem. But there's another, more sneaky type of inflammation called chronic low-grade inflammation. You can't see it or feel it in the same way, but it can simmer away in the background for years. Scientists now believe this persistent, low-level inflammation is a major contributor to many of the health challenges we associate with getting older. Think about that morning stiffness in your joints, the general aches that seem to stick around, and even more serious age-related conditions. This isn't just about wear and tear. It's often your body's inflammatory response, stuck in the on position. So, where does curcumin fit into this picture? Imagine your body's inflammatory pathways as a series of switches. Chronic inflammation happens when too many of these switches are flipped on. Curcumin acts like a master regulator. It doesn't just turn off one switch, it interacts with multiple molecules involved in the inflammatory process, helping to bring the whole system back into balance. It helps quiet down that constant inflammatory noise that can contribute to discomfort and cellular stress over time. This is why it's so heavily researched for conditions like osteoarthritis, where inflammation in the joints is a primary cause of pain and stiffness. But that's only half the story. Curcumin is also a formidable antioxidant. Every day, our bodies are under attack from unstable molecules called free radicals. They come from pollution, processed foods, and even just the normal process of metabolism. Think of free radicals as tiny sparks that can damage your cells, your DNA, and your proteins. This damage, called oxidative stress, is a key driver of aging and disease. Antioxidants are your body's defense force against these sparks. They neutralize free radicals before they can cause harm. What's special about curcumin is that it fights oxidative stress in two ways. First, it can directly neutralize free radicals itself. And second, it also boosts the activity of your body's own antioxidant enzymes, essentially upgrading your internal defense system. So, it's not just helping put out fires, it's also strengthening your body's own fire department. This all sounds great in theory, but does it hold up in real-world studies? Absolutely. The science has been building for decades. A great example is a 2019 meta-analysis published in the journal of Medicine Food. A meta-analysis is powerful because it doesn't just look at one study. It gathers the results from multiple high-quality clinical trials and analyzes them together. This particular review focused on patients with osteoarthritis. The conclusion was remarkable. Curcumin supplementation provided a significant improvement in their symptoms, particularly pain and function. In fact, some of the studies included in the review found that curcumin was just as effective as some conventional anti-inflammatory treatments, but with fewer side effects for many people. This is a huge deal. It's modern science validating the observations that Ayurvedic practitioners made thousands of years ago, using the most rigorous methods we have today. It bridges the gap between ancient tradition and modern medicine, showing us that there's real substance behind the golden hype. So, with all this incredible science, you might be thinking, great, I'll just start piling turmeric onto my food. But here's where it gets a little tricky. There's a catch, and it's a big one: bioavailability. This is a scientific term that basically means how much of a substance your body can actually absorb and use. On its own, curcumin has very poor bioavailability. When you eat turmeric, most of the curcumin just passes straight through your digestive system without ever entering your bloodstream to do its work. It's like having a key to a treasure chest but not being able to get it into the lock. This is the single biggest challenge when it comes to harnessing the benefits of turmeric. Your body metabolizes and eliminates it so quickly that it doesn't have a chance to work its magic. But don't worry, both ancient wisdom and modern science have found clever solutions to this problem. Let's start with the traditional, natural approach. For centuries, in Indian cuisine, turmeric was almost never used alone. It was almost always paired with other spices, most notably, black pepper. It turns out, this wasn't just for flavor. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which is the secret ingredient. Piperine works by inhibiting certain enzymes in your liver and intestinal wall that would normally break down curcumin too quickly. By running interference, piperine allows the curcumin to hang around long enough to be absorbed into the bloodstream. How effective is this combination? Studies have shown that consuming curcumin with piperine can enhance its absorption by an incredible 2,000%. That's not a typo. 2,000%. It's a perfect example of food synergy, where two ingredients work together to become far more powerful than they are alone. Now, let's look at the modern solution you'll find in the supplement aisle. Supplement manufacturers are well aware of the absorption problem, and they've developed sophisticated ways to solve it. When you look at a high-quality curcumin supplement, you'll rarely just see curcumin on the label. You'll almost always see it combined with something else. The most common addition is, you guessed it, piperine, often listed as a black pepper extract like bioperine. Other advanced formulas use different technologies. For example, some supplements bind the curcumin to phospholipids, which are fatty molecules that are easily absorbed by your body. Since curcumin is fat-soluble, pairing it with a fat helps shuttle it into your system more effectively. These modern formulations are designed to deliver a concentrated bioavailable dose of curcumin that would be difficult to get from diet alone. Now, this is a very important moment for a quick disclaimer. This information is for educational purposes only. I am not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. Before you start any new supplement regimen, especially if you have existing health conditions or are taking other medications, it is absolutely crucial that you speak with your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional. They can help you determine if it's right for you and ensure it won't interact with anything else you retake it. So, how can you start incorporating this into your life in a simple, practical way? If you're not ready to jump into supplements, a great place to start is in your own kitchen. Remember the power of pairing. Try making a golden milk latte by warming up some milk or a plant-based alternative and whisking in about a quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder and a tiny pinch of freshly ground black pepper. The warmth and the fat in the milk also help with absorption. You can also add this powerful duo to soups, stews, scrambled eggs, or even smoothies. It's an easy, gentle way to introduce the benefits of this incredible spice into your daily routine. It's about making small, consistent changes that can add up over time. We've covered a lot of ground today, from ancient Indian tests to modern clinical trials. The evidence is clear. Turmeric, and specifically its active compound curcumin, is far more than just a flavorful spice. It's a powerful natural compound with real, scientifically backed anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that are especially relevant for maintaining health and vitality as we age. And now you know the secret to unlocking its potential is all about enhancing absorption, whether through a simple pinch of black pepper or a modern, well-formulated supplement. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried using turmeric for an ache, a pain, or just for general wellness? What was your experience? Did you notice a difference? Share your story and any tips you might have in the comments below. Your experience could be incredibly helpful to someone else in this community. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the science of health and wellness. See you in the next one.